trash every day. We love that.
Yeah.
And something that we have both noticed is that Greece does not have, or we can only speak about where we have been in Greece. Like, we haven't seen the entire country, but where we have been in the Athens area, there's like barely any litter, and I think that has a huge factor is the fact that they come and get the trash every day. It doesn't have time to blow up and down the streets. It doesn't have time to migrate. It just, you know, it goes.
Do you put your trash in the trash, and the night,
Right.
they also pick up the trash at 1 a.m. So they're not mad trash trucks. Like, you know, back home it's every morning or every once a week in the morning. So.
Ooh. And so when you're commuting to work, the stinky trash truck is not in your way.
That has happened a few times.
Yeah.
So we've been behind the trash truck or had to leave and there was a trash.
And it smells absolutely horrible. But because they come pick it up, you know, takes all those things away. Food is fresh or frozen before you order it. I think that that's great. And it's just something that you should include. I mean, why not include it?
I mean,
you have a
it
choice.
doesn't matter. But it's just cool it's great to know that they tell you.
The thing is, it matters to someone. It matters to some.
You're right.
And to let somebody know, like, yeah, your food, you know, fresh fish. We just caught it this morning versus,
frozen fish.
It's a frozen fish. You know, you have the choice. And I just love that. It's just a simple thing, but I think it's really great to include. The next thing is access to affordable produce in comparison to the US. So there's a market down the street. And then there's another market with fresh fruit.
There's actually 3 other markets.
Yep.
There's 2 of them that are on the same street, and then there's the one that we kind of go to like here and there. The one that we frequent because it's just closer for us to walk to. But like all of them have fresh food. And
then there's the farmers markets that show up all around Athens on Thursdays. And then, you know, it's so much access versus in the US where you could find food that is, there's a whole lot of family-owned businesses and mom and pop shops. So yes, granted, you do have your H&Ms, your Zara's, you do have your name brand stores, especially downtown Greece, downtown Athens. So the last thing we were saying was that they're, the native people. Yeah, the owners of the bakery, our local bakery, we get coffee from them every morning. And, you know, she has helped them learn a little Greek, which is really nice. And we really like that. When I tell y'all people treat us so good here,
yeah. Somebody took a picture of us at the mall today.
Yeah.
That was very good. Reese said, I saw you.
Right. Okay, the next thing is, people eat as a village and in large groups. We really like that. We are definitely a family-oriented set of people. So I love seeing people eating out like in huge groups at a table, and like they really just are like chilling and enjoying themselves at dinner, and they'll, you know, bring their whole family out. It's so nice to see, and it's so refreshing, and nobody's like in a rush. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually, when we ate today, we actually just sat there for a while. It just felt nice.
Yeah,
to
it
just
was
like,
nice.
Just let go.
The waiter wasn't even like coming over and asking us a whole lot, because I don't think that's like a part of like the culture to continuously, hey, you know, are you ready? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah.
Is there anything else? Like
yeah. People were just kind of like, you know.
Just be like, hey, I need something else.
There was this guy sitting next to us, and he just read a book for a few hours, and you know, there was a couple across from us, and they were just making out and chill. A video from today, because the views were.
With Get Your Guide, choose from over.
Because the views were.
We were so enthralled with the view on the way back from our taxi that we didn't realize that we had just rode past where we're staying at, because the one direction we haven't went this entire time,
we have to walk up there.
There's literally a view, but it's like at the top of this huge hill.
The next thing is the kids can roam and play without us feeling so worried, and that's such a nice feeling. That's such a nice feeling. It's such a nice feeling seeing other kids having a good time, just living their lives, like, and the parents just not always paranoid. Yes, I really like that a lot. Like, even in the mall today, you didn't see parents with like their kids on leashes or like, you know, any of that stuff. The kids were just kind of walking around. The parents were there because the stores are kind of small, and so you know, they don't always go in. Like,
it's literally like we're driving an Escalade with our stroller.
Yeah, diverse food options here.
You can get Mediterranean, the Greek. You can even get Indian. You can get
Italian. We just found a Jamaican spot. Like, they do have options for food. You don't always have to just eat like pita bread, gyros all the time. Like, no, souvlaki. Like, there's a lot of different, even within the Greek food. Like, there's a lot of different types of Greek food.
We even tried to cook. Well, we did cook. I'm sure that you'll already seen the video by now, but we cooked yesterday, and it was like tasted like.
It just tastes like our home food.
Yeah.
Like we're not used to it at all yet. Like we haven't like been like, all right, guys, we've had enough Greek food. It's time. We want some like home. Like I haven't felt
trying
that
to
way.
get some lamb chops.
Yeah.
We'll probably just get those tomorrow.
The food here is just phenomenal. Like
We have
it's just
yet
so
to
good.
have anything that we dislike. There have only been things that we didn't like as much as everything
Yeah,
else.
or like we differ. Like I really like the tomato sauce and feta fries. He wasn't too crazy about that, but that's one of my like favorites. Your space is insulated, so like we very rarely hear our neighbors below us and above us. Most recently, throughout all the few weeks that we have been here, we have just started hearing our neighbors above us, and we love that. We love that because I am not an apartment person. I like a house. But being here in an apartment is totally fine with me because I don't hear the people below me and the people above me because the walls are concrete.
I really wonder if also because the walls are concrete, there's actually no need for insulation. Because when it like outside of here in the walkway, it's very much humid, hot. But once you open this door and come in here, it's very much, if we left the air on, which we try not to because we want to conserve just as much as
they normally do.
But if the air is on, it's the whole house is cool.
Or even like I wake up and I turn the air on and he has gone out to the store. After he gets back, because he's already hot from walking and stuff, it's cool in the space. They called it something, a hydroponic park. Basically, they're trying to make a park with a bunch of water attractions that will recycle the water. The water attraction people can actually go look at. It'll give.
But it's also getting, it's a hydro.
It's like creating natural energy.
Hydropower. I don't remember the actual term for it, but it's using water and the motion of the water to
create energy.
Yeah.
I think that's so great is in
To
environmental development.
Energy.
Yes.
Because all you have to do is build that,
right?
And you have power now. With the solar panels, all you had to do was install them.
Yep.
Now you have power. It's not you got to pay the gas, the coal companies to generate the power to then pump the power into your house. You have your sources of power, and it's one like there's always that initial investment. That's it. That's really.
The next thing I had on our list was it's modern and historic, but it's still like. It's just like, I don't know, like they respect their historical sites here as much as they do love the graffiti art. And half the time we don't know what it says, but when we do read the things that it says, it's always some sort of like,
message, some sort of inclusiveness.
They're absolutely 100%.
They just passed, the Supreme Court just said that Oklahoma is able to enforce their laws on native land now. So they no longer have their sovereignty.
That's just crazy.
It's a pebble. Like as compared
at least the
to
ones that we've been to. We haven't been to the islands, but stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so like definitely the pebble beaches I definitely enjoy a bit more. It does seem like you sink faster because obviously it's bigger pieces.
But I really enjoy that for Sunny because she can enjoy the beach without getting sand all in her eyes. And it makes for like setting up shop wherever you are. There's not always like sand getting onto like your towels and stuff. And I just really like it. And the water is crystal blue. You can see your feet. Like it's just, it's beautiful. It's unmatched. I haven't seen a more beautiful beach yet. I mean, granted, I did go to a really beautiful beach in Jamaica. So I would have to say like Jamaica is probably the most clear water beach I've seen. But even in Jamaica, it still wasn't as clear as it was here in Greece. So yeah, which I'm very surprised about because we said we were gonna try to take the bus.
We don't have a bus that. Do we have one that comes through?
I think we do. Well, it doesn't come on our street. You have to walk down the hill to the supermarket street.
Yeah. I've seen that.
And then you can catch the bus from there.
Yeah, trash can that you get for them because even the way the lid closes, it doesn't just like flap close. It very much slowly closes because obviously if it's flapping closed, you're getting a gust of wind.
And it's very small. And this is no exaggeration. I swear we hear this.
Yeah, at least once or twice a day. And we are in the city.
We are on a hill, and there's a lot of stick shift cars here. So when they are like trying to chug it up the hill, and then somebody is like in front of them, and they have to wait for a little while, I feel like they like, I don't know if they slam on their brakes because they do drive fast, y'all. They
meant for every activity, which.
We definitely use our discretion to decide when we're gonna whip out the stroller or if I'm just gonna harness up and Sunny's gonna walk. It really depends on what activity we're doing, but as you guys saw in the last vlog, if you haven't watched, go watch. When we are trekking it up the hill from the supermarket, that was a trek up the hill. Okay?
But we are gonna use the stroller again because
absolutely, because we can put the groceries in there.
And I'm not trying to live in Sunny. Me personally.
But yeah, so
You've been on social media, posting anything, reading anything like that.
or really for me, it's just about the Ubers, because sometimes we be needing an Uber, and we left the restaurant that we were at, or the restaurant that we were at didn't have Wi-Fi, and then now we have to go find somewhere else that does have Wi-Fi. It's an inconvenience, but